The 2025 GMC Sierra 1500 at 4 is a full-size pickup that merges muscular capability with refined touches, tailored for drivers who want a truck that's just as comfortable hauling gear and conquering rough roads as it is driving daily. The AT4 trim gives the Sierra a purposeful edge: off-road tuned suspension, bold styling, premium cabin amenities, and a wide range of engine options to deliver strong performance. What follows is a detailed exploration of this truck: how it presents itself, how it drives, how it lives on a daily basis, what it offers inside, how it shapes up for towing, and what you should consider before buying. No bullet lists, just a thoroughgoing narrative. From the first glance, the Sierra at 4 makes a statement. It's large, it's imposing, and it clearly intends more than just casual errands. The front fascia features GMC's signature bold grille and C-shaped LED light signature that frames the edges of the front end. The body is angular, with sharp creases, wide fenders, and a lean toward serious truck aesthetics rather than blinged luxury. It looks capable. The AT4 trim further accentuates this: off-road ready tires, a lifted stance on 4WD models, and skid plates underneath to hint that it's built for more than paved roads. Walking around, the bed is generous, the post strong, the tailgate one of the more interesting features in the segment. The Multi-Pro tailgate, available across the Sierra 1500 range, gives you additional flexibility when loading, working from the tailgate, or organizing cargo. The impression is one of practicality plus presence. The dimensions reflect this: large footprint, wide track, tall hood line, and a commanding driver's seat vantage point. In urban conditions, the scale becomes immediately obvious, but on open stretches or when loaded or off-road, the size works in your favor. Room, capacity, visibility all benefit. And yet, the designers haven't ignored refinement. You'll find premium trim touches in the AT4: contrast stitching, leather seating surfaces, refined cabin materials. More on that later. The exterior paint options, wheel designs, and visual cues, badging, dark finishers on grille or wheel pockets, all contribute to the serious but polished personality of the AT4. For someone wanting more than a base work truck, this trim hits the sweet spot of capability and style. Under the hood there are a few choices, but in the AT4 you'll commonly find the 3.0-liter Duramax turbo diesel i6 paired with a 10-speed automatic, or the 6.2-liter V8 for those who prefer a traditional gas engine. According to published specs for the Sierra 1500 4WD Crew Cab at 4, the diesel variant produces about 305 horsepower and 495 lb-ft of torque. That low-end torque means the truck feels strong when pulling away, climbing grades, or towing. The V8 variant, heavily used in the broader Sierra line, offers up to about 420 horsepower and 460 lb-ft in certain configurations. Behind the wheel, the truck conveys a mixed character of heavy-duty mass and modern refinement. The lifted suspension and off-road hardware in the AT4 give it more ground clearance and a higher ride height than a standard model, which means you feel more roll and body weight than a low-riding sedan, but that's expected. Yet reviewers have noted that the ride quality has been improved relative to older pickups. Better steering feel, more refined electric power steering tuning, improved insulation. One user on a forum wrote, "I'm pleasantly surprised with the engine. A ton of low-end power. Thus, everyday driving, even commuting, feels very doable in this truck, albeit always with the awareness of its size and weight. On winding roads or when maneuvering in parking lots, you'll feel the mass, but on highways or trails, the bulk works in favor of stability and control. Fuel economy remains one of the trade-offs. For the diesel 3.0 L4WD, at 4, the EPA estimated combined fuel economy is around 24 miles per gallon, City 22/Highway 26, according to JD Power data. For the larger V8 engines, expect significantly lower numbers. If you drive mostly daily and urban, the fuel cost will be higher than smaller trucks or SUVs. Off-road capability is one of the AT4's key differentiators. The factory lift, Rancho-tuned monotube shocks in many cases, and standard underbody protection give it legitimacy when going off the beaten path. For someone who actually uses the truck for trail runs, camping, dirt roads, then the AT4 brings meaningful hardware, not just trim badges. The tires, suspension geometry, higher ride height all signal that this is more than a paved road commuter. Inside, The Sierra at 4 shifts from bare-bones work truck to premium capable pickup. You'll find leather seating surfaces, heated and ventilated front seats in many configurations, a large center touchscreen, 13.4-inch diagonal in many models, offering wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, Google built-in compatibility, and a 12.3-inch digital driver information display. The materials throughout the cabin are upgraded. Soft touch surfaces, well-finished trim, contrast stitching, and attention to detail. Space is generous, front and rear legroom is ample in the crew cab configuration, which is the most likely form for the AT4. The elevated driving position gives a good field of view out the large greenhouse. Visibility is decent, though the high beltline and large mirrors will be more noticeable in tight spaces. Storage is well addressed. Large center console, door pockets, under-seat drawers, depending on options, and good bed access from the tailgate. On the tech front, besides the large infotainment screen, you've got features tailored for truck use. Up to 14 camera views for trailer backing and maneuvering, integrated trailer profiles, 15 in head-up display, in some versions, and advanced driver assist systems under the GMC Pro safety umbrella. The Multi-Pro tailgate, which we touched on earlier, is an interior/exterior convenience feature that adds meaningful flexibility when loading, unloading, or accessing the bed. The feel inside is one of elevated utility. This is a truck you'd be comfortable driving to a business meeting, yet still able to take off-road or haul gear with real purpose. That said, there are some trade-offs to consider. Because of the lifted ride height, in off-road versions, entry and exit can feel more truck-like than car-like. Some passengers may find the step-up more pronounced. Rear visibility, especially in tight spaces or when trailers are attached, still requires awareness. While the cameras help, the size remains significant. Also, while materials are good, some owners compare the feel to luxury SUVs and note that a true luxury vehicle still holds advantages in finish and quietness. As a full-size pickup, the Sierra at 4 is built to do heavy lifting both literally and figuratively. The bed is deep and wide, the tailgate smart, and the capability large. The published towing figures for the AT4 Crew Cab 4WD with the diesel engine show up to about 8,700 pounds. In other configurations with larger engines, specific axle ratios, and options, the towing capacity can push higher. Some sources suggest up to 13,000 lbs in the Sierra 1500 lineup depending on spec. Ocean Crest, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC. Payload is also generous, though naturally varies by engine, cab configuration, and bed length. In daily use, the utility shows in multiple ways. The Multi-Pro tailgate adds versatility. You can use it as a step, load stop, work surface. The bed may come with spray-in liner as an option, tie-down rails, and good access from the cabin. The cabin itself handles gear and passengers well. 5-passenger seating is common in the crew cab, and you'll find enough comfort for daily driving. The off-road kit adds value in non-paved settings, weather gravel, forest tracks, remote campsites, or job site access. That lift and skid plate might never see extreme trail duty in many households, but the robustness gives peace of mind and capability. From a daily ownership standpoint, size and footprint are real factors. Maneuvering around city streets, parking in tighter lots, or backing into shorter stalls all demand awareness of the truck's dimensions. The elevated ride height and broad width mean you'll notice curb ramp angles, steep driveways, and clearance in urban settings. Fuel and maintenance costs will trend higher than smaller trucks or SUVs. Tires, brakes, suspension components reflect the heavy-duty nature. If you use the truck for its intended versatility, daily drive plus heavy use plus off-road, the payoff can be strong. If you only ever commute on paved roads, some of that capacity may go underutilized. Maintenance and service availability may vary by region. For instance, in Pakistan, where you are, imports of North American full-size trucks can carry higher service and parts costs, and local workshop familiarity may differ from standard mid-size pickups. Checking local support, parts supply, and servicing for diesel, if you go that route, should be part of the decision-making. Owning a vehicle like the Sierra at 4 means embracing its dual nature. Work-capable yet comfortable, large yet refined. Real owner feedback shows a generally positive picture, especially when the truck is used in its element, hauling, towing, off-road. One owner commented, "I just went from a 2017 GMC Sierra 1500 to a 2025 Sierra at 4. I love this new 3.0L Duramax more than my 6.2L. They appreciated the low-end torque, the fuel economy improvement, relatively, and the modern drivetrain. At the same time, owners raise caveats. For example, some note that rear seat comfort or storage depth is less optimal than in some luxury SUVs. Some mention lesser visibility in certain spots. Others note that the height of the vehicle means extra caution in everyday maneuvers. If you're the kind of driver who will tow a boat, haul heavy gear, hit gravel roads or campsites, and also want plush comfort when commuting, this truck fits well. If your usage is purely city commuting, short trips, minimal hauling, and no real off-road, you might end up paying for capability you seldom use. Regionally, for Pakistan, it becomes especially important to consider factors such as import duties, servicing infrastructure, parts availability, fuel types, diesel versus petrol, local road conditions, how a large pickup handles in Karachi traffic or narrow lanes, and resale value within the local market. A full-size American heavy truck creates great presence but also invites higher costs in maintenance, fuel, tires, and parking logistics. The 2025 GMC Sierra 1500 at 4 presents a compelling blend of utility, ruggedness, and comfort. It's a truck designed for drivers who want more than just a commute vehicle. Those who want to park at work, tow a trailer on weekends, take a dirt track, and still drive it every day without feeling like they're in a bare-bones work vehicle. It offers modern powertrains, high-tech interiors, premium touches, and real off-road hardware. Of course, the package comes with trade-offs. Its size, mass, and capability mean higher fuel and maintenance costs, more demanding maneuvering in tight spaces, and possibly parts and servicing considerations, especially outside the US. If your usage aligns with what this truck offers, full-size capability, off-road readiness, premium comfort, then the Sierra at 4 delivers. If your driving is mostly light-duty, minimal hauling, and urban commuting, you may find a less extreme trim gives you better value. Before committing, it's wise to test drive one in the configuration you're considering: engine, bed length, cab size, in your local conditions. Check how it handles your real-world routes, traffic, parking, incline, road quality. Assess total cost of ownership, fuel, tires, servicing, insurance, and compare with alternatives, other full-size pickups or premium SUVs, to see how well the at4 matches your lifestyle.